Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another Phillies play-by-play edition of Phillies baseball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. We go live for Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, and Eagles football on here as well. So the Phillies are taking on the Washington Nationals tonight. They will send Zack Wheeler on the bump, and he'll be going up against Mitchell Parker. And it should be a very good matchup. Parker is a left-handed pitcher who has a 6-6 record. He's gone 112 2/3 of an inning so far this season. 106 hits allowed, 92 strikeouts, and 14 homers allowed. And the Phillies will have Zack Wheeler on the mound. They got announcers in the stands tonight with Tom McCarthy, John Kruk, Ruben Amaro Jr., and Ben Davis over on NBC Sports Philadelphia. We, of course, are not in the stands. We are in South Jersey at the Play-by-Play with JJ Broadcasting Studios, and we will be calling the game from here as always. The Phillies, they were down 5-2 last night, and Kyle Schwarber hit a go-ahead grand slam in the bottom of the fourth, and the Phillies got some extra insurance in the bottom of the seventh and ended up winning. And coming back to beat the Marlins by a final score of 9-5. They scored 7 unanswered runs, and they're hoping to continue to carry that momentum into tonight's game against the Washington Nationals. Now, the one thing that the Phillies did a really good job at yesterday was they utilized all sides of the diamond, and they put up some really good at-bats, too, later on in the game, especially in that fourth inning and even during the seventh inning as well. You'd like to see them try to do that a little bit more. They looked like that they were battling through counts, and they were able to take advantage of mistakes that were being thrown out over the middle of the plate. And before, they just weren't really doing that. So the fact that they finally were able to capitalize last night, it may mean that there's a sign of good things to come. We don't know, though, but we got to give them credit, and we have to tip their cap to them for executing and for coming up big and for getting the W. That's what really matters ultimately at the end of the day. All right, so the Phillies, again, as we mentioned, they'll send Zack Wheeler on the mound. Mitchell Parker is going to be his counterpart, and we'll get into the starting lineup, so we'll do that right now. So for the Washington Nationals, their lineup will be C.J. Abrams batting in the leadoff spot. He's playing over at shortstop. Then it'll be Juan Yepez, who's DHing, batting in the 2-hole. James Wood, the stud, the left fielder, is batting third. Then you have Andres Chaparro over at first base, batting in the cleanup spot. Luis Garcia Jr. over at second base, batting fifth. And then you got Keibert Ruiz catching behind the plate. Alex Call is out in right field. He's batting seventh. Jose Tena is playing over at third base, batting eighth. And Jacob Young is the center fielder who's batting in the 9 spot. So again, just to recap, it's Abrams, Yepez, Wood, Chaparro, Garcia Jr., Ruiz, Call, Tena, and Young. Phillies are in their powder blue uniforms. It's powder blue Thursday for Philadelphia. And first pitch is just about ready to get started. The Phillies lineup is 87 degrees outside, pretty windy. Wind is blowing at 6 miles per hour northwest. But Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off for the Phils in the bottom of the first. He's DHing tonight. Then Trey Turner back in the lineup, batting in the 2 spot, playing over at shortstop. Bryce Harper's over at first base. He's batting third. Alec Bohm is in the cleanup spot. He's over at third base. Bryce is over at first. And then you got Nick Castellanos batting out in right field, hitting fifth. JT Realmuto hitting sixth, catching behind the plate. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. He'll be batting seventh. Following him will be Wes Wilson out in left field. And the 9-hole hitter is Johan Rojas, who is playing out in center field for the Phils. So Wheeler will be starting in his 24th game of the season. He has an 11-5 record, a 2.78 earned run average, 156 strikeouts, and 142 2/3 of an inning. And the first pitch underway is taken up high for a ball. All right, there we go. So we are underway. First pitch was up high and inside. And the 1-0 is way inside for ball 2. All right, so we are underway. Good stuff. All right, so Abrams is batting .252 with 17 home runs. And he's batting over on the left side, and the 2-0 pitch is taken at the knees for strike 1. Nationals are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. They have the dark black letters, the black Washington letters over on the front side of the chest. Jersey number right in front of that. Nationals logo over on the left sleeve. And then on the back, it's the red letters and the red numbers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is fouled away. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let me know what your final score predictions are down below. And engage with the chat in the community. We love each and every one of you. Pretty sunny out at Citizens Bank Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes to C.J. Abrams. And the 2-2 by Wheeler is fouled away. Crew chief for tonight's Roberto Ortiz. Behind the plate, Mark Ripperger is going to be over at first base. Then it's Alfonso Marquez and Austin Jones, who are over at second and third base. 2-2 pitch. 4-seamer that misses outside for ball 3. Count's now full. Yepez is on deck, batting .303 with 3 homers and 17 RBI. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch by Wheeler is fouled back towards the screen. Zach has a 4-seamer, a sinker, a cutter, a sweeper, a curveball, and a splitter. He's thrown the 4-seamer about 41% of the time, the sinker at about 18.5%. Cutter, sweeper, and curveball combined thrown at about 32.5%. And then the splitter at 8%. Next pitch, fouled away once again. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody out. We're in the top of the first, excuse me. And the payoff pitch, there's a pop-up that's hit out over towards shallow left center, but Turner gets under it and will make the catch. Already 1 away. That'll bring up Juan Yepez. Crew chief, we mentioned it was Roberto Ortiz behind the plate. Mark Ripperger's over at first. Alfonso Marquez is at second. And Austin Jones is over at third. Here's Yepez, who was also slugging .462. And takes the first pitch way inside at 97. From 1 through 9 on the defensive side of the diamond for Philadelphia, it's Wheeler on the bump. JT is battery behind the plate. Then you've got Harper at first, Bohm at third. Middle infielders will be Turner over at shortstop and Stott over at second. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And that's taken at the knees on the outside corner. It was a sweeper at 87 miles per hour for strike 1. Left fielder is Wes Wilson. As Brandon Marsh has the night off. Then it's Yohan Rojas playing out in center. And Nick Castellanos playing out in right field. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Phillies are 39-22 at home. And have a 70-50 record. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's lined foul towards the right field side. They're 15.5 games above the Washington Nationals, who are also, well, they're 55-66. They did lose their last game, and that was to the Baltimore Orioles. They are 3-2 over their last 5 games. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Zack Wheeler gets his first strikeout of the day. That came in at 97 miles per hour. And there's 2 outs now. Wheeler ranks second in wins, second in earned runs, and in ERA, third in WHIP, and fourth in opponent's average. Comes James Wood. who will take the first pitch. It's a little bit low, but it's at the knees for a called strike, according to Roberto Ortiz. Wood hitting .275, 4 homers, and 26 RBI. He's one of the top prospects in all of baseball. The 0-1 pitch is on the outside edge for strike 2. This guy definitely has a bright future ahead of him. 21 years old, from Rockville, Maryland. He's 6 feet 7 inches tall, bats on the left side. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to James Wood. So back-to-back strikeouts is what ends the first inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. The Phillies are coming up to bat. No score so far between the Fightins and the Nats. Let's cut that. Nice. Good stuff, man. How's everybody doing? Comment down below. Phillies lineup will be this. It'll be Kyle Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot. Then it's Trey Turner batting second. Bryce Harper hitting third. And then it's Bohm fourth. Castellanos fifth. Right behind him is JT Realmuto. And then following that is Bryson Stott. Eighth will be Wes Wilson. And ninth is Johan Rojas. So no Brandon Marsh in the lineup because Mitchell Parker is a lefty. And by the way, that's the first time in 6 games where the Phillies have not allowed a run in the first inning. So just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out there. I'm listening too sick to chat, says Larry. Well, I appreciate you for being on here. Get well soon, Larry. Appreciate it. Hopefully you get better, man. Get better soon, my guy. All right, so Phillies again. The lineup will be Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Realmuto, Stott, Wilson, and Rojas. What's up, David? Comment what your final score predictions are down below. I saw some earlier. We got 5-1 Phillies, says Richard Phillips. 7-2 Phillies, says Tyler Williams. 7-3 Phillies, says Wheezy. Mike Green says 7-2 Nationals. Here comes Mitchell Parker. This is his 22nd start of the season. And the first pitch to Kyle Schwarber is upstairs. Parker wearing a silver necklace chain. Nationals are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. And the 1-0 is swung on and fouled back towards the screen for strike 1. It's a powder blue day for Philadelphia in their throwback uniforms. Guess you call it retro. 1-1 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. 3 steps is 8-2 Phils. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Shout out to Daniel, man, for always coming and being like one of the first people to show up on like all these sports content creators chats. 2-1 pitch, and Schwarber gets way underneath it, and he'll pop it out over towards right field. Alex Call says he has it, and he does, and he'll make the catch. So once again, to recap, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Realmuto, Stott, Wilson, and Rojas, and that is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. So Schwarber pops out over to right, and now it's Trey Turner who comes up. Had the night off yesterday. His average is down to .297 now. The pitch, and that's taken upstairs for ball 1. 13 home runs and 39 RBI for Trey on the season so far. And the 1-0 pitch fouled away. Phillies lead the regular season series against the Nationals 5-1. The pitch outside for ball 2. So Mitchell Parker is 24 years old. He's from New Mexico. He throws left, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 239 pounds. And the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. He has a 3.83 earned run average. Last time he pitched was on Friday, August 9th, and went 6 1/3 against the Anaheim Angels, or the LA Angels, excuse me. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball played on the bounce by the third baseman. Throw over to first, and Turner beat it out. The throw goes all the way over towards the backstop, though, and it does stay in play. I think that Turner did beat out the throw anyways, but Jose Tena may be charged with a throwing error because it wasn't a good throw at all. Interested to see how they rule this. Sort of snow-coned it as he played it on one hop. Had to take a step back when he fielded it. And the throw over to Chaparro. Chaparro just could not dig it out. And it got by him. So Turner, nonetheless, is aboard at first base. And now it's Bryce Harper who comes up to bat. And the pitch, line drive in the right field for a base hit. It's going to take one bounce in front of Call. And stopping over at second base is Turner. And the Phillies get back-to-back base runners with one out in the bottom of the first inning. Nice piece of hitting by Bryce. We talked about last night the fact that he's been getting some doubles. Took one right back up the middle. Got a fastball, and Bryce was like, yep, let me take advantage of that. Now it's Alec Bohm who's coming up to bat. So they called it an infield single by Turner. The pitch to Bohm, and that's taken for a strike. So no score. We're in the bottom of the first. Schwarber popped out to right. Turner got on with an infield single, and Harper singled out to right. And Bohm is up to bat. He's behind in the count. 0-1. The pitch to Alec. Fly ball hit out to left field. That's gone! 3-0 Philadelphia, and the fireworks go off once again. They pick up where they left off last night, and this time it's Alec Bohm. All right, one out, bottom of the first, and here comes Castellanos, and he'll foul the first pitch back towards the screen. A 3-run laser by Alec Bohm gives the Phillies a 3-0 lead. No balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch to Casty. Fly ball hit out to left field, and that baby's gone! Back-to-back jacks for the Phils! Oh boy, they're back! What is going on? I don't know. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? All right, so now it's JT Realmuto's turn, and the first pitch is taken for a ball. Back-to-back jacks by Bohm and Castellanos. 1 out, bottom of the first. And here comes the next pitch to JT. It's low for ball 2. I got 2 calls to cut. 252 average by JT Realmuto. 8 homers and 25 runs knocked in this season. He got 2 last night. The 2-0 pitch, and that is outside and high for ball 3. And Parker can't even find the strike zone now. Whew. 3-0 pitch, and that's inside and low for ball 4, and JT gets on with a walk. 4 pitches. And now up to bat is Bryson Stott. Well, Mike's prediction was wrong. Charge! And already, it looks like Jim Hickey, the pitching coach for the Washington Nationals, is going to go out there to talk things over with his pitcher, Mitchell Parker. I was going to say that I actually covered Mitchell Parker when he was a Wilmington Blue Rock. And this may be one of the worst starts to a game that he's had. Bryson Stott's coming up. He steps right into the box. And the pitch, and Stott will show bunt. He drags it over towards the third base side. It's barehanded by Parker, and everybody's going to be safe. Small ball by Philadelphia, and we're still in the bottom of the first. What is going on with this ball club? It is madness at Citizens Bank Park. 2 runners on, and still 1 out for Philadelphia on 8 straight base hits in a row. It's really 7 straight, but that was executed perfectly. Stott laid it down, put it over towards the third base side, and Parker just could eat it up. That's all he had to do. And now it's Wes Wilson who takes a strike. It's a curveball that's in there on the outside edge for strike 1. Wilson batting .273 with 2 homers and 6 RBI. And the next pitch is wide for ball 1. I mean, my goodness, 7 straight base runners in a row. JT did get on with a walk, so that was not a hit. The 1-1 swing and a miss. And the count's now 1-2. Please make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this content, or it's already early, man, come on. Wilson starting today for Brandon Marsh. 22 pitches in just a third of an inning by Mitchell Parker. And the 1-2 to Wilson upstairs for ball 2. And Ruiz trying to get on the same page with Mitchell Parker here. Last time the Phillies played against the Nationals, they scored 11 runs and beat them 11-5. That was on May 19th. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And finally, Wes Wilson is down on strikes. And he's retired, and the 9th man to come up is Johan Rojas. I'm going to ask the question again. Did Kyle Schwarber save the season last night with that grand slam? I'm going to ask it again. It's in the poll. Make sure you answer that. Now it's Johan Rojas who comes up, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. And Ruiz looked back over at second base. And JT was not going anywhere. The 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away. Rojas has actually put up some really good at-bats for the Phillies lately. He's raised his average now to .240. And in the month of August, well, he's 7 for 22 with a .318 average. 0-2 pitch. That's fouled away. Pitch was upstairs. The Braves did get shut out by Logan Webb and the Giants today. 6-0 was the final score there. And the A's came back and beat the Mets. It was a back-and-forth game, 7-6. Rojas is hitting .325 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. and has drove in 9 runs. The ball is 2 strikes. JT over at second, Stott at first, and the 0-2 is off the plate. It was a splitter thrown that time by Parker. Charge! The pitch. And that is a called strike 3 at the knees. Good pitch thrown by Parker. And Rojas is down on strikes. But the Phillies do get 4 runs on back-to-back homers. First it was a 3-run homer by Bohm. And Nick Castellanos followed up and was able to launch it out to left field and put the Phillies up 4-0. All right. 9 men come up to the plate as well. All 9. All right. Top of the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up in the order. And Wheeler has a 4-run cushion. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Mod Squad, if you could give us a like count, I would really appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when I go live. Brewers also did beat the Dodgers today by a score of 6-4. And the Tigers beat the Seattle Mariners 2-1. Only other 2 games that are occurring. Well, one's going on right now, and the Orioles are hosting the Red Sox. That's Game 1. And Game 2 is also on FS1, and that will be the Twins against the Texas Rangers out in Arlington. That'll be at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Dodgers lost, so we can also take back first place in the NL. Yes, we can. That'd be very nice. Make sure that y'all answer the poll. Would really appreciate that. I don't know why. Oh, my YouTube thing's not up. Whoops. Let's mute this. Mute this tab. And we'll have to do this. Okay, we got 183 people on here watching. 45 likes. Only 45. Come on, man. We have 183 people on here. Got to get more. So let's look at this poll. Did Kyle Schwarber save the season with the go-ahead grand slam last night for the Phils? So far, we have 96 votes and only 45 likes. That's a shame. But 56% of you have said yes, 7% of you have said no, and 36% of you have said, I don't know, wait till next week and ask me again. So, and that's fair. I'm surprised that only 7% of you have said no. JJ, always a pleasure tuning in to you. I appreciate you for being back on here. Hey, JJ, let's go Phils. What's up, Denver? Thanks again for becoming a member once again last night. Top of the second, 4-0 Phils. And the pitch is up high for a ball in case you are just tuning in. Well, Zack Wheeler did have a 1-2-3 inning. Struck out the last 2 batters that he faced, including Juan Yepez and James Wood. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2. And then in the bottom of the first, the Phillies were able to tack on a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm, and Castellanos went back-to-back with him and hit a home run as well, and that's how the Phillies have a 4-0 lead. 2-0 pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. Andres Chaparro is on the bat now for the Washington Nationals. He's playing over at first base. Ended up going 0 for 2 in yesterday's game with 2 walks. 3-0 pitch. That's taken right down the pipe for strike 1. He's from Venezuela. He's 25 years old and was called up on August 13th. That was during the first game against the Orioles. He went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right field. That's going to stay in the yard. Castellanos backpedals towards the track, and he'll make the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. I bet we were doing a good job at battling back. Well, Mick Abel did not have a good start to the season, but in a 2-1 loss yesterday to Worcester, he went 5 innings. He had just 3 hits, no runs, and 7 strikeouts. He's done pretty good overall in 2 starts in the month of August. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. So now it's Luis Garcia Jr.'s up to bat. It's in 291 in the pitch. Fly ball hit out over to center field. Rojas goes up towards the wall. Can't make the catch. It just bounced out of his glove. His hat comes flying off. And going over to second base is Garcia Jr. And he gets on with a 1-out double. Garcia is leading the team in batting average and runs produced as well. And Rojas should have caught that. He's made some really wild catches. That just got out of his glove at the last second. And I think he kind of took his eyes off it for maybe about half a second. So they're going to call it a double, and now it's Keibert Ruiz who comes up and takes it downstairs. No, I don't want YouTube Premium, but thank you, though. I don't like it when those pop-ups occur. Ruiz in 223. The pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Zach does have 27 pitches. Last time he faced the Nationals, he went 7 1/3 of an inning and just allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits. The pitch on the way, fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. Castellanos will come running in towards second base and he'll make the catch and record out number 2. Now it's Alex Call who's coming up to bat. Bryce Huff and Nolan Smith are starting tonight. Interesting. Two outs and a runner on over at second. And the first pitch is wide. Zach is 34 years old. He's 4th in all of baseball with a 2.78 ERA. So he has the 4th lowest ERA in baseball and the 7th lowest whip. The pitch, that's taken for ball 2. 10 balls, 20 strikes, and a total of 30 pitches by Wheeler. 2-0 pitch. And that is, it looked like it was inside, and Call not happy with the call from Roberto Ortiz. He was like, had to get out of the way of that. How's that a strike? Even though JT did a good job of framing it, that was inside. The pitch. That's way inside for ball 3. Alex Call has been a hitting machine for the Nationals. His average is now at 400. He's had a lot of multi-hit games in just the month of August. 3-1 pitch. That's right down the pipe for strike 2. And just to go a little bit further with that, 10 of his last games where he's gotten a hit, all 10 of those games he's gotten more than 1. Three-two pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side, and the throw over to first is in time, and Call is retired. So it was a good play by Bryson Stott. And the inning does come to an end. Just a double allowed by Zack Wheeler. And that's it. Let me go to the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 Phils. All right. So far, so good. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when I go live. We got 61 likes, 190 people watching. So the Phillies, they lead it 4-0 thanks to a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm. And he went back-to-back with Nick Castellanos in the bottom of the first, who followed up with a home run right after him. Gainwell gets the start. Cool. Yeah, let me know how the game's going, by the way. I would love to know how the game is. And any highlights that go on. I'm not doing any preseason games. I never did any spring training games for the Phils. I don't do preseason games for the NBA. I just like the regular games. You know. So people ask me all the time, JJ, are you doing the Eagles game today? JJ, are you doing the Eagles game next week? No. I'm not. KGB, you just missed it. Somebody said Kenneth Gainwell starting. There's Austin Hayes. He's, I guess you can say in the booth, but he's really in the stands with T-Mac, Kruk, Ruben, and Ben. What draft is tomorrow morning? Oh, you got a football draft tomorrow morning? So here we go, top or bottom of the second, and Schwarber will lead things off. And the first pitch, he pops it up over towards the right side of the infield, and getting under it to make the catch is Andres Chaparro. So Schwarber has popped out already twice. The preseason doesn't count. No. Walmart says, I could care less about the NFL. Comes Trey Turner, and the pitch is on the outside edge for strike one. I will tell you, whenever there is an Eagles regular season game, unless it's an important Phillies game, we're going to try to do the Eagles over the Phillies game. 0-1, fouled away. It makes the count now 0-2. Turner, of course, a former Washington National. Will follow up on the 0-2 pitch and line it right behind the tarp. That was a nice catch made by that fan there. She is so happy that she caught that. And who wouldn't be? Trey was a National from 2015 to 2021. 0-2 pitch. That's up high for a ball. Then was traded to the Dodgers along with Max Scherzer. And played with the Dodgers up until 2022. He's been a member of the Phillies for over the last 2 years. Or for the last 2 seasons. Next pitch, and that's taken wide for ball 2. He has a career batting average of .296, 41 triples, 163 homers, and 549 RBI. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Trey Turner strikes out on an elevated fastball. And, well, Mitchell Parker has sort of settled down. He's struck out 3 out of the last 4 batters that he has faced. Here comes Bryce Harper, who singled out to right his last time up. And Bohm with the 3-run homer waits on deck. Pitch to Bryce. That was high, but it's a called strike by Roberto Ortiz. Of course, Harper was another former National. That's where his career got started. 0-1 pitch. That's up high for a ball. Harper was a member of the Nationals from 2012 to 2018. The Pitch on the way, and that's out. That's up high for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. He's batting .281 this season with 26 homers and 73 RBI produced. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Also is 12th in the league in on-base plus slugging percentage with a .914 OPS. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Bryce Harper is low and away for ball 3. The last time, overall this season against Washington, he's 9 for 25 with 3 doubles and just 4 RBI. The payoff pitch by Parker, outside for ball 4. Good at bat by Bryce Harper. And he's really getting into a groove. He's gotten on base each of his last 4 plate appearances. Now it's Alec Bohm who's up to bat. And the pitch on the way, fly ball hit out over towards center field on the run to make the catch is Jacob Young, and that's that. So, just a 2-out walk produced by Bryce Harper, and that's all she wrote. So we go to the top of the 3rd, it's 4-0 Phils. Got 215 people tuning in. Make sure you all like and subscribe and hit the bell icon. You're also more than welcome to donate to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. We go to the top of the 3rd, which means it is time now for On This Day in Phillies History. So, in 1965, on this day, Masanori Murakami becomes the first Japanese pitcher to start a major league game, according to Broad and Pattison, as he leads the Giants to a 12-9 victory over the Phillies at Candlestick. Murakami debuted the year before, and except for this start, pitched only in relief. Terry Mulholland in 1990 on this day, so it was August 15th of 1990, threw a no-hitter against his former team, the Giants. The only batter to reach base is safe on a Charlie Hayes error, but Hayes redeems himself by snagging a sharp liner to end the game. And that was the first no-hitter by a Philly at the Vet. And then the other thing that happened on this day back in 1983 was Mike Schmidt goes deep with a bases-loaded grand slam against Chicago. His team recorded 7th career grand slam on this day. So top of the 3rd, 4-0 Philadelphia. Wheeler is out there for his 3rd frame. And it'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up in the order for Washington. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1. Did Maddox just intercept a pass? The pitch. So now it's a 1-1 count. And the next pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Anybody ever heard of Masanori Murakami? Anybody know who he is? Or knew who he was? Michael Jack Schmidt, the greatest Philly of all time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And Zack Wheeler gets his 3rd strikeout. Rack him up in the chat. One gone here in the top of the third. On this day in 2001, Jen and I were married. Happy anniversary. How about that? How about that? Sorry you have to be sick on your anniversary, but happy anniversary, Larry. Congratulations on that. That deserves a round of applause. The 0-1 pitch. There's a bouncer hit over to shortstop, and Turner fires a strike over to first, and it's in time for out number 2. So Wheeler has retired 8 of the 9 batters that he faced first time around, and now he'll get a crack at C.J. Abrams once again. Two gone, top of the third. The Fanatic is giving Tom McCarthy a cheesesteak. That looks good. And the next pitch is taken at the knees for a strike. It was a splitter. Abrams batting on the left side. And the pitch thrown by Wheeler is swung on and missed. If the Phillies do win tonight, it will be their 40th win at home this season. 0-2 pitch. And Abrams taps it and stays alive. The Fanatic is certainly having a lot of fun with the fans right by where all the broadcasters are sitting. The pitch, and that's high and outside for a ball. Yeah, I saw that, Serena. Pretty cool. Isn't that pretty cool? 1-2 pitch on the way. That's fouled off. Of course, the 2028 Olympics will be in Los Angeles. We're going to try to go out there. It would be so cool to be able to do something. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And Zack Wheeler with another strikeout as the Philly Fanatic is clapping and popcorn goes flying everywhere. And we go to the bottom of the third. Phillies still lead at 4-0. 4 strikeouts by Zack Wheeler today. And the Phillies are coming back up to bat. Good stuff. We have a quiet chat tonight. Serena, should I know who Virgil is? What are you talking about? My family's also trying to make it to LA in 2028, but I'm trying to do it for content creation and also for some work. I think it'd be really cool if we got to take you guys out to LA with us. I want to try to make that happen. So. Let's wake up those bats again. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Taking a look at the MILB scores. Looks like Lehigh Valley and Worcester just got underway. Scoreless. Clearwater is up 2-1 against Tampa. Clearwater this season is now 55-33. Excuse me. Jersey Shore is scoreless with Winston-Salem. It's the Red Sox. Then the Reading Phillies are scoreless with New Hampshire in the top of the second. Comes Castellanos, and he'll dribble the first pitch foul against Mitchell Parker. So Parker with 44 pitches had a very rocky start in the first. He's kind of settled down. The 0-1, and that is flinged and fouled. Parker was one of the top pitchers that I got to cover when he was on the Wilmington Blue Rocks. That's the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. Got to call some pretty cool games for him and Cole Henry as well. Cole Henry's on the injured list for the Nationals now. Next pitch is taken up high for a ball. I did not get to see James Wood play. 1-2 pitch, and that is in the dirt for ball 2. But Jose Ferrer I did get to see. He has some pretty good stuff. You'll probably see him out of the bullpen, maybe tonight, but definitely this weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch on the way, swung on and missed. A 94-mile-per-hour fastball, and Castellanos can't catch up to it. That's the 4th strikeout by Mitchell Parker. That's like one of the coolest feelings, just to see somebody that you got to call games for make it to the show. You know? That's like a really, really cool thing. The pitch to JT, and he slices it foul, and it goes out of play. Oh, Falco, I saw what you said yesterday. You said the same thing yesterday. 0-1 pitch. That's fouled away once again. You got to keep Alvarado, because good Alvarado is lights out Alvarado. He's not been lights out over the last couple of months. But who else do you have as a lefty option besides Estevez and Strom? The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Parker. And that's unbelievable. He has retired each of the last 7 batters that he has faced. Now it's Bryson Stott who comes up. Did single his last time up. And the first pitch looked a little bit high, but it's a call to strike. Johnny Wilson just got hurt. I was looking forward to watching him play. He is now in concussion protocol. 0-1 pitch. That was painted perfectly at the knees for strike 2. The ball's 2 strikes. Pitch number 54 as Parker kicks and fires, and it's swung on and missed. And Mitchell Parker strikes out the side as we head to the top of the 4th. It's still 4-0 Phils. I think the Phillies are back, says Thomas Green. Yeah, I do too. I'll tell you, the best minor league player that I saw while I was with the Blue Rocks is Jason Dominguez. The Martian, as they call him. I don't know if he's going to be back this year for the Yankees, but I got to see him in high A. And boy, if he's healthy, he'll be really, really good. Francisco Alvarez was another one I got to see. He's the catcher now for the New York Mets. Got to see him. I got to see Anthony Volpe as well. Ezekiel Duran, when he was on the Yankees, he was another one that was really, really good. Who else? Who else did I get to see that was good? Logan O'Hoppe was good. I liked Bryson Stott. And Ethan White was another good one. All right. So here we go. Top of the 4th. 4-0 Phils. Phillies got all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the 1st. on a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm, and that was followed up by a Castellanos solo homer. That's how the offense has gone for Philadelphia. Red Sox lead at 1-0 out in Camden Yards. It's in the bottom of the 4th over there. Brewers won today 6-4 against the Dodgers. Giants shut out the Braves 6-0. The pitch, that's taken for a strike. Have any of you ever been to a minor league game? If so, who was the best player that you saw play in the minors? I just said who mine was. But who's yours? The ball is 1 strike. Wheeler gets set the letters, winds up, and delivers. Fouled off. Up to bat is Juan Yepes. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up as James Wood waits in the on-deck circle, and Andres Chaparro is in the hole. Next pitch. It's now a 1-2 count. How many likes do we have, Mod Squad? Let us know down below. 1-2 pitch. And that goes into the camera well as it's fouled away. What the heck is that? Those alcohol beverages, they look good. The pitch, and that's taken outside for ball 2. Edwards says the former Phillies Pivetta against Eflin. You got to see them in the minors? 2-2. And that's fouled off. Oh, Josh. I got to watch Tim Tebow here in South Carolina. It's cool. That's really cool. 2-2 pitch. That's outside and high for ball 3. Hot Corner says, I saw Carlos Pena and Roy Oswalt in the minors. Pena was coming up through Double-A, and Oswalt was on a rehab assignment. Payoff pitch. There's a pop-up hit out over towards the first base side, and Harper gets under it, and he'll squeeze it for out number 1. Chapman throwing 104 fastball is unheard of at his age. Did you get to see Aroldis Chapman play? Or are you just saying that? I'm asking who was your favorite minor, or who was the best minor league player that you ever got to see? I said mine was Jason Dominguez. The pitch, swinging and a miss. Stanley says, I saw Ricky Henderson play for the Ogden Ball Club. Hopefully I said that correct. He turned out pretty good. I'd say so. Hall of Fame career, yep, that's pretty good. Got 1 pitch, and it's taken for strike 2 to James Wood. The ball's 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set the letters and delivers and throws a curveball that misses low. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. John, you saw Mike Schmidt when he started in with the Reading Phils. You really got to see him? What year was that? Pitch on the way, and that's fouled off. Liverpool FSC or FC says, I saw Nomar Garcia Parra play with the Trenton Thunder. He was a great hitter. Yes, he was. One-two pitch, and that's inside for ball 2. I just saw Aiden Miller, Corey. Aiden Miller's in high A now. He's not going to be in Triple A until probably 2 years. Crawford's in Double A, though. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. 5 strikeouts by Wheeler and 2 gone in the top of the 4th. Is that another strikeout to Abrams? Or to James Wood? It is. Wow. Vladdy Guerrero Sr. That's really cool. Pitch on the way and then swung on and missed. Crazy as it sounds, never watched a minor league game. Oh, they're fun. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball it over to shortstop. Turner has it. Flips it over to first. And the inning comes to an end. Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies lead it 4-0. Just got some breaking news. Not good breaking news. So ESPN just said that Christian Yelich is undergoing season-ending surgery in Milwaukee. And what's weird, I actually had a dream last night that Christian Yelich got traded to the Phillies, and somehow the Phillies were able to pull off a trade for him after the trade deadline. It was like the weirdest thing, but they got him. That was really, really bizarre. But prayers to Christian Yelich out in the chat. Of course, we never like to see injuries happen, but that's not a good thing. I believe it was early 70s, John Zeimer said, where he got to see Mike Schmidt play. Tyler Steen also just got stepped on. He's walking with a limp, but they say that he should be fine, but he's likely done for the day. For all those Eagles fans. Their stadium is pretty impressive. It is. I went to go to a Devontae Smith's softball fundraiser game last year. It's a beautiful stadium. Prayers to Yelich, yeah. Went to AAA game back in 1998, but I don't remember any of the players. That was when they were called the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons. Oh, they're still around. They're still around. Pitch to Wes Wilson. Fly ball hit out over to right field. That's going back towards the track. It's off the top of the wall. And Wes Wilson's easily going to get a double. He's going over to third. He'll get over with a stand-up triple to throw his cutoff over at first base. And Wilson shows the binoculars to Brandon Marsh and gets on with a leadoff triple to start off the bottom of the 4th. Man, it's wild. Wild. It's back surgery, in case you were wondering. He's getting a season-ending back surgery. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. So West gets on with a leadoff triple. Infield playing in. And the pitch. Swing gonna miss. The ball is 2 strikes. Parker with 57 pitches, and he's facing Johan Rojas here. 0-2. It's popped up and fouled behind the plate, and it'll find the seats. So yeah, Christian Yelich is getting season-ending back surgery. Just breaking. 0-2 pitch to Rojas, and that's in the dirt for a ball. And Ruiz couldn't find it originally. But it didn't get too far away from him. Bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Phils. Parker threw 29 pitches in the first and has settled down ever since then. He's thrown 30 pitches since. And the 1-2 pitch, line drive in the left field for a base hit. Wes Wilson will score. Phillies take a 5-0 lead on the RBI single by Johan Rojas. And Johan just continues to hit for Philadelphia. Attaboy, Johan. It's like he got a fastball right down the middle and pulled it out to left field. And again, the Phillies really, they just continue to utilize both sides of the diamond. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, and he lays off the first pitch. It's a slider that misses low. Charge! Schwarber has popped out twice. Toss back over to first is not in time. Fonte Maddox had a INT and a 47-yard return to set up a 42-yard field goal by Jake Elliott, and the Eagles lead at 3-0. Pitch to Schwarber, line drive in the right field for a base hit. And Rojas will go on over to third base. The throw is cut off. The throw was cut off by Abrams, and the throw over to third was way up high, but it somehow stayed in the yard. And Rojas is over at third, and Schwarber's on over at second base. That's going to be a single and an E6, I believe, on the bad throw made by Abrams. And that puts two runners in scoring position. Not necessarily a Schwarber bomb per se, but the Phillies will certainly take that. I don't know what Abrams was doing, but that was a sloppy play all around. And now Trey Turner coming up to bat. Still nobody out. Bottom of the fourth, and two runners in scoring position. And time called on the bump. Charge! That deserved a light charge right now. So they call that an E6 and a single, and now Trey Turner's coming up. The Nationals gonna get they're gonna get somebody going in the bullpen. Looks like it'll be Eduardo Salazar as he starts to stretch. So Rojas is at third, and Schwarber's at second. And Turner up to bat. Righty on lefty here. First pitch to Trey, way outside for ball one. Turner's average at .299. Infield playing in towards the infield grass. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is way off the plate for ball two. That was even further than the last one. There's Eduardo Salazar. Now he's warming up. He was stretching first. 5-0 Phils. The 2-0. That was a little bit inside, but it's a called strike. And Turner shakes his head and says no to Roberto Ortiz. He's hitting .282 with runners in scoring position and just has one homer with a runner in scoring position this season. The pitch on the way, line drive it out over to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Two runs are going to score, and the Phillies take a 7-0 lead on a two-run double by Trey Turner. And maybe Trey needed the day off yesterday. That swing looked absolutely amazing. There we go. It was one that was right out over the middle of the plate, and he just yanked it out to left. It went over towards the NovaCare rehabilitation sign, And the Phillies now lead at 7-0 thanks to a 2-run double by Trey Turner. And now it's Bryce Harper who's coming up. First pitch he sees way up high for a ball. I don't know how they're not going to even pull Mitchell Parker now. That's now 3 hits in a row and still nobody out. It's 7-0 Phils. 1 ball, no strikes. Parker looks back at second and now back to the plate, and the next pitch is popped up, hit out over towards left field. It's over towards the line, and it just goes over towards the tarp, and it's a foul ball. Today is also the anniversary of Bryce Harper's walk-off grand slam against the Chicago Cubs. What a memory that was. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Philadelphia. Parker looks back at second and now back to the plate, and the next pitch is fouled away. 17-1 Phillies Nationals. I'm telling you, says Liverpool FC. Well, that doesn't count because you should have made that prediction at the beginning of the game. I'm kidding. I'm joking. You can still predict things. The next pitch, that's fouled off. Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. I want us to continue to grow this thing, man. We have 240 people on here watching. We go live rain or shine, good or bad, when the Phillies are doing good or bad. That's when we're on. 1-2 pitch, and Harper fouls this one off as that one goes out of play. Really good at-bats by Bryce Harper. And I think that this is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat right now. So Turner's over at second. He's 2 for 3 today. Got on with an infield single. And then just hit a 2-run double, and that's why he's over at second. The pitch to Bryce Harper. Line drive in the right field for a base hit. Turner's rounding third, and he will stay put over there. And the throw is going to be made over to second, and Harper is safe. The throw was originally cut off, and Turner does score because of that. What a heads-up play by Bryce Harper. And the Phillies lead it 8-0 on the RBI base hit by Bryce. What in the world just happened? Oh, man. He pulled it out to right field, and the throw was made over to first base, and Harper extended the single into a double. Turner was jogging over to third. He then saw that Bryce was hustling into second and just sort of stole home, if you will. And the Phillies lead it 8-0. I mean, that's just a great heads-up play. And Mitchell Parker, well, his day is done. And we have a pitching change as Salazar's going to come on in. Wow. $14 unanswered runs for the Phils over the last 2 days. JJ, this is an amazing game I'm seeing. So far it is. Yep, it's an RBI single. And Harper advanced over to second. That's a great heads-up play. It's great. It's great, man. Another double. Love it. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. I mean, that's what you call a leadership play. They're doing everything right now. It's like the electricity is back on. The power was out, and it's like this team couldn't do anything right. Now it's like over the last 2 days, they're using the opposite way, right? They're putting up good at-bats, and everything just seems to be clicking. And then you had Bryson Stott, who had a nice drag bunt over to third base. I mean, like, where was all of this before? It's wild. And Harper extends a single into a double. Like, those are the types of things that we've been crying and just pounding the table for this team. So, it's just nice. 8-0 Philadelphia. They have 10 hits. Nationals just have 1. Now it's Alec Bohm who comes up to bat. And the first pitch to Alec, and there's a ground ball hit over to third, backhanded, and the throw over to first is in time. Harper is going to go on over to third. He's safe. Another nice heads-up base running play by Bryce. And now he's over at third with 1 out. I mean, my goodness. Jose Tena backhanded it, threw it over to first, and Harper just hustled on over to third, and the throw was not even close. Here comes Castellanos. And now even a sac fly could give the Phillies their 9th run. And that doesn't have to happen because Castellanos lines one out to right field, and Harper will score. 9-0 Phils. It's great, man. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let's go, man. Bryce Harper doing everything. And now it's JT who comes up, and the first pitch is outside and low for a ball. Phillies have scored 5 runs in this bottom of the 4th. Eduardo Salazar is now pitching for the Nationals. He has a 1.80 ERA in 10 games. 15 innings, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks, and the 1-0 pitch, and that almost got away from Keibert Ruiz, but he did a good job at backhanding that. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe and hit the dono button as well. 2 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch to JT, and he bounces it foul. We were all wrong with our predictions. Crossing Broad just tweeted out, but we were told that Bryce Harper doesn't hustle. I mean, is nobody going to talk about him going over to third base and advancing on the ground out over to third? 2-1 pitch, and that is low and outside for ball 3. That tells me something different, man. Crowd is pretty loud here at Citizens Bank Park, and the 3-1 to JT, ground ball, and that's under the glove of the third baseman, out to left field, and Castellanos goes over to second. Jose Tena just making some mistakes over at third, and JT gets on with an E5. I mean, how do you not field that? That just literally went under his glove. His glove was so close to the ground, and it just barely, and I mean barely, had some wiggle room to go under it. And now the 9th man to come up, it's Bryson Stott. Phillies still rallying here. 2 runners on, 1 out, and the next pitch to Bryson. It's popped up and hit out over towards the third base side. Third baseman says he has it, and he does, and I'll make the catch. So Tena makes up for the error and catches the pop out over to third. AJP says, I say 17-1. You didn't say that from the beginning, so it doesn't count. I mean, it counts, but it's not as impressive. Now it's Wes Wilson who got on with a triple his last time up. The pitch, and that's taken on the outside edge for strike 1. 16 more subs until we get to 38.50. Let's go, baby. The 0-1 to Wilson. And he takes it on the outside edge at the kneecaps for strike 2. Is that the first earned or No, that run doesn't go to him. I forgot. Parker, 10 hits allowed in 3 innings. The 0-2 pitch. That's outside and low. I mean, Salazar is just, even when I'm watching him pitch, a lot of these pitches that are outside, it's like Keibert Ruiz has to sort of set up beforehand a little bit outside. The 1-2 pitch by Wilson, or to Wilson, is outside, excuse me. It's now a 2-2 count. I mean, just look at the plate discipline here. He's down in the count 0-2. We see 2 sliders in a row. Then he takes 2 more sliders. Now the count is tied up. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that sort of jams Wilson. It's going to take a bounce over towards second base, and everybody's going to be safe. I mean, that is a bloop, an infield bloop single. And Wes Wilson is smiling, and that's going to put runners at each base, and the Phillies have the bases loaded. Now it's Johan Rojas who comes up. That'll work. An infield bloop single by Wes Wilson. Wow. Now here comes Rojas. And the first pitch is outside and low for a ball. 9-0 Phils, and we're in the bottom of the 4th. They've scored 5 in this inning alone. Wilson's at first. JT is over at third. Or he's over at second, and Casty's over at third. Excuse me. And the next pitch inside for ball 2. Red lights all the way. George! The 2-0 pitch, and that's high and inside for ball 3. Let's see those red lights in the chat, if there's even a red light or a stop sign or something. 3 balls, no strikes. Rojas. Well, there's nowhere to put him. 3-0 pitch, and that's taken for strike 1. Right down the middle. Did the Nats even have anybody else warming up in their pen? I don't see anybody else. Casty at third, Realmuto at second, Wilson at first. The 3-1 pitch, fly ball hit out over to left field. It is a foul ball, though, and the count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes to Johan Rojas, and the payoff pitch on the way. Ground ball over to second base. It's gobbled up, and the throw over to first is in time, and that's the end of the inning. So, the Phillies do get 5 runs, though, on an RBI single by Bryce Harper, a 2-run double by Trey Turner, an RBI single by Johan Rojas as well. And they were also able to get an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. And we head to the top of the 5th. It's 9-0 Phils. Okay. All right. Well, the job was done. They sent 11 men up to the plate. Darn, they say. But we got 5 runs. Darn. That's your reaction? We just scored 5 runs. We have 9 runs. How can you be unsatisfied with that? Oh, man. Philly fans, I love you all. I do. 9-0. I'm taking that any day. Oh, but it would have been extra nice to get a Rojas slam. I get it. I understand. But 9-0. Come on. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on those notification bell icons as we go to the top of the 5th. We're already at 100 likes. Nice. Any Nats streamers? No. I mean, I could check them out, but we won't do it till the 6th inning. Just because I thought Rojas was beating it out. It's all right. Got 9 runs. That's what matters, man. Phillies Bell just tweeted that when you jump in the shower up 4-0, hoping the Phillies will still hold that lead, and then you come out and you find out that they're up 9-0. It's crazy. Broken Tables Pod, what's going on, man? Top of the 5th, and Zack Wheeler is going to go back out there to pitch. Wow. It's 9-0 Philadelphia. And up to bat will be Luis Garcia Jr. There's Adem Bona, the second-round draft pick by the Philadelphia 76ers. He's in the stands, and he's being interviewed by Tom McCarthy and the broadcasters. That's cool. How about that? Adem Bona. Congratulations to him. The pitch on the way, and that's taken outside and high for a ball. Yeah, KGB. Somebody said that the Dodgers lost today. The 1-0 by Wheeler. That's a bouncing ball. It's a foul ball, though. Pitch, and that's taken low and inside for ball 2. Phillies have played against the Nationals 948 times before coming into today. Of course, they were formerly known as the Montreal Expos. 2-1 pitch, and that is slapped out to left field. Wilson's on the run, though, and he'll make the catch. And there's one out in the top of the 5th. And Luis Garcia Jr. pops out to left. They've only played each other in the postseason once. And that was back for the NL Division Series back in 1981. The Expos won that series 3-2. Next pitch, and that is swung on and missed by Keibert Ruiz. First time that these two teams played against each other was on April 17th in 1969, back at Connie Mack Stadium. And the Expos, they shut them out 7-0. 0-1 pitch. That's taken for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and that is outside. It was a splitter at 85 for ball 1. The largest victory that the Phillies had against the Nationals was 19-4. That was on July 1st of 2023. And the 1-2 pitch to Ruiz. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is gone. And Zack Wheeler allows a solo home run. And the Nationals are on the board. It's now 9-1 Phils. That's also the first hit since the second inning. Philly's longest winning streak against the Nationals was 12 games. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for ball 1 to Alex Call. The 1-0. That's taken inside. Call is 0 for 1. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is taken at 95 at the knees for strike 1. Two 1 pitch. That is outside and low for ball 3. Nationals are playing their 17th season at Nationals Park. And this is their 20th season as a Major League franchise in D.C. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So the count is full to call. One out, base is empty, and the 3-2 pitch, that's fouled away. Three-two pitch. That's fouled off. And call will stay alive. Here we go. The payoff pitch by Wheeler. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The second out of the inning for Philadelphia. And Wheeler gets another punch out. Good stuff. Here comes Jose Tena, who was acquired by the Nationals for Lane Thomas and Alex Clemmie. And Rafael Ramirez Jr. That was right before the trade deadline. First pitch is in there for strike one. The second pitch on the way. Looked a little bit inside, and it was. That was at 94 miles per hour, and the count is now 1-1. One pitch on the way. Ground ball. Sliding stop by Stott. Throw over to first. Got him! Man. Bryson Stott with a beautiful stop over at second. He had the slide, shuffle his feet, get back up, throw over to first, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Keibert Ruiz, though, puts the Nationals on the board on a solo homer out to right field, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 9-1 Phils. Wow. I didn't know that the Phillies played the Expos in the postseason. I had no clue about that. Was that the year that the Expos won? That was 1981. Who won that year? I forget who won that year. Montreal Expos. They didn't win that year. Who won that year? Guys, who won in 1981? Who won the World Series in 1981? Did the Dodgers win? The Dodgers beat the Expos. That was what, in the NLCS? In the World Series that year. Why can't I remember? Why can't I find it? Dodgers over the Yankees. Thanks. Thanks. It was the Dodgers. Okay. All right. Kyle Schwarber's coming up for his fourth time today. We're only in the bottom of the fifth. Let's put that into perspective. In case you are just tuning in, the Phillies got 4 runs in the bottom of the first on a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm, followed up by a Nick Castellanos solo homer. Next pitch is taken for strike one, so it's a 1-1 count. Next pitch on the way. That is a little bit inside, but Schwarber did go. The Expos lost the NLCS. They lost to the Dodgers. Expos won the NLDS, right? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Schwarber is inside and low for ball 2. Then the Phillies got 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th on an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. Another RBI single by Johan Rojas. A 2-run double by Trey Turner. And an RBI single by Bryce Harper. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Kyle Schwarber strikes out. So he's 1 for 4 today. Expos have never been to the World Series. Expos never went to the World Series because they're not around anymore. The pitch on the way, and that's taken low for a ball. One-oh pitch. That looked like it was a strike, but it's called ball 2. Salazar still pitching for the Nationals. 26 pitches he came on in relief for Mitchell Parker, who had 9 earned runs on 10 hits. 2-0 pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over to left field. It was hit sharply, but Woods is there to make the catch. And there's 2 away. So now it's Bryce Harper's turn to come on up. He's gotten on base all 3 times today. First pitch to Harper, and he lifts this one out over to left field, and that's going to be caught by Wood for out number 3. So the inning is over, and Bryce Harper flies out to left. And that's all she wrote. A 1-2-3 inning for Washington Nationals pitching. As we head to the top of the 6th, it's 9-1 Phils. Okay. All right, let's try to find a YouTuber that's out there that's on. Let's try to find a Nats YouTuber. That's what we'll do. 81 Dodgers, definitely Yankees. Or 81 Dodgers defeated. 81 Dodgers defeated the Yankees. Okay. Defeated the Yankees. Got it. Thanks. I was just curious. Who's on right now? We could say hi to Mike Sports Vibes. Want to say hi to Eagles Now by Chat Sports? Let's go say hi to Chase. Let's go say hi to Chase. Let's go rate him. All right, I'm going to drop a link down below. Let's go say hi to Chase. All right. We'll go say hi to Eagles chat now. Chase does a good job. Why is this not working? There we go. We'll do it next inning. Sorry I was a little bit late. I got to prep these a little bit beforehand. All right, we'll do it the next inning. We don't have to do it now. So we going to the top of the 6th? Yeah, I love Chase. I like him too, man. I have a lot of respect for him. Okay, I'm out. My shift starts at 9. Where do you work, if you don't mind me asking? Don't trade Stott. Ciao. Thanks so much for stopping by, my guy. Appreciate it. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Don't forget, if you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. You know, we're on here every single day for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles content. We try to give you the best that we can. 1-0 pitch, and there's a little blooper that's hit over towards the right field line, and there's a fair ball. Harper is going to throw it over to second, and stopping over at first base will be Jacob Young. Gets on with a leadoff bloop single out to right field. We got 212 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. So now it's CJ Abrams who comes back up, and Wheeler's going to face the order once again for the third time. 9-1 Phils, and the pitch is inside and low. Abrams is 23 years old, was an all-star this year. Toss back over to first is not in time. He was traded along with James Wood, Mackenzie Gore, Robert Hassel, and Luke Voigt in exchange for Juan Soto and Josh Bell back in August of 2022. Next pitch, and that is fouled away. The count is 1-1. One pitch, and that's going to hit C.J. Abrams right square on the shoulder. That's the first hit by pitch that Zack Wheeler has had in quite some time. When was the last time you hit a batter? Feels like it's been a while, right? The pitch. And that's taken low inside for a ball. I feel like that has to be the first hit batter that he's had in quite some time. Pitch. Now it's a 1-1 count. So Yepes is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out. 1 ball, 1 strike. And time called. Halftime is on for the Eagles game. Yeah, but with all due respect, we rate halftime a lot. I want us to rate somebody else. Monco and Monco Pizza. Is that new at the ballpark? 1-1 pitch. And that is popped up, hit behind the home plate. And JT can't make the catch. It popped in and out of the glove. That's going to go down as a knee, too. Didn't lose it. Just couldn't make the catch. And couldn't juggle it. Pop goes the weasel. One-two pitch, runner goes, and the next pitch is grounded over to first base, and Harper has it, and he'll tag the bag for out number 1. Oh, it's halftime for the Eagles. Okay, got you. Gotcha. No worries. My misunderstanding. Here comes James Wood, who will face Zack Wheeler for the third time today. He struck out twice. Pitch on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Wood's average is at .271. His 4 homers and 26 runs knocked in. He's batting over on the left side. The 0-1 on the way. Swung on, backhanded off the glove of Wheeler. Goes over to Turner. Flip over to first is in time, but Jacob Young does score. And that makes it 9-2. And going on over to third base is Yepes. Or Abrams, excuse me. So that's an RBI ground out. And Woods able to drive in a run. Two gone, top of the 6th. And the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. John Morgan says, I watched Chat Sports all last year. For every Eagles game? Nice. Tanner Rainey is going to be warming up in the Nationals bullpen. The 0-1 delivery. That's taken for strike 2. I wish I could get links to raid, but I tried and it didn't work, so oh well. If you go to somebody's channel, are you doing it on a mobile device? Or are you doing it on your laptop? 0-2 pitch on the way, and that is a little bit high. This is going to be his last inning, probably, for Zack Wheeler. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball, trapped over to third, played on a bounce by Bohm. Throw over to first, in time. And the inning is over. So Zack Wheeler throws 96 pitches, allows just 2 earned runs on 3 hits through 6 innings. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-2 Phils. All right, let's go say hi to Eagles Chat Now. Or Eagles Now by Chat Sports, sorry. Sorry about that. Let's go say hi to him. Now it's probably a good time because it's in halftime anyways. So let's go say hi to him and tell him that JJ sent you. All right. JJ Raid. Play-by-play with JJ Raid. Coming from the Phillies game. Just wanted to say hi. Let's see. We'll give the Eagles an A, even though we haven't really even been watching them. There we go. David's there.
On Patriots
James there.
today.
Let's go.
And I have said that every $200 that we get in Super Chats, we're drinking.
Nice.
Chip, beer boot or beer bong coming up if we get the 400.
Absolutely.
So
and
15 away.
also this. 2 of our producers here at Chat Sports, producer Reed, producer Cullen, offered up a deal. Ooh. So we get to 400, I'm doing a beer
Yourself,
bong.
in the box because I'm going to use the bathroom.
John's there.
So we get to 400 here, I'm doing a beer bong.
He just,
We get
he
a
just
50.
left.
Producer Reed said he would do a shotgun. We get a 50. Reed said he would do a shotgun. We get a 100. Reed and Cullen are going to shotgun.
He missed us, but that's all right. That's fine. Just wanted to support the channel. JJ sent us, go Philly. It's all right. He won't see it. All right, so Tanner Rainey's going to come on into pitch as we go to the bottom of the 6th. So Rainey, with 34 games under his belt this season, has also a 5.66 ERA. What on earth is John Kruk wearing? That's like a little, it's like a little necklace wrap around a beverage, a Philly Fanatic beverage. I don't know what's in there, but it looks pretty cool. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. So 6 strong innings for Zack Wheeler. If his night is done, he went 6 innings, allowed two earned runs, 3 hits, and 6 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards center field, and on the run to make the catch is Young. Jeez. He just went Spider-Man mode out in left center field, and his teammates out in the dugout are like, I don't know how you did that, but that was a ridiculous catch, and that's going to be all over SportsCenter. I mean, he tracked it down perfectly. He went over towards the State Farm sign and just banged right into the wall, watched the ball go into the heel of his glove, and just landed flat on his back. That is unbelievable. And took away a base hit from Alec Bohm. Comes Castellanos, and the pitch is outside and low for a ball. We've seen some really good catches out in center field, but Nothing like that. That was a pretty good catch. 1-0 to Casty. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. This time it's not that deep. And Call is there to make the call and make the catch. Bohm's on-base streak did continue. He had a 3-run homer. He had a 3-run homer. You're good. Don't have to worry. He homered. I got lost in the raid. No worries. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. That's 9-2 Phils. And the pitch on the way, and that's taken at the knees for a strike. If he whiffs at that catch, that may have also been an inside the Parker. That was a tremendous catch. Kept the on-base streak alive. He hit the home run. That counts. 0-1 pitch. That is low and outside for a ball. Yeah, I saw it. Usually, like, whenever you guys go over and raid them, I'll turn their volume up, and then I'll give you guys a little air horn. Oh, no, that's technically a hit. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Because you round every single base. So, yeah, that's a hit. You get on base from that. One-two delivery. That's fouled back by JT. Larry's sick. Larry's tuning in. But he's not feeling so good. And Darth Pooh, I don't know. I can't speak as to where he is. Kevin, what's going on, man? Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and feel free to hit the super chat button as well. Bottom of the 6th, 9-2 Phils, and the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt and outside for ball 2. George! RG Energy's here. What's going on, man? Haven't seen you on here in a while. It's been like forever. What's going on, dude? 2-2, and that's low and outside for ball 3. So it was an 0-2 count. Is now a full count to JT Realmuto. Are inside the park home runs paid in prop bets? I don't know. I don't think so because they're so rare. Just like the cycle prop, maybe. 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And JT strikes out and the inning is over. So another 1-2-3 inning. Phillies' last 7 batters have been retired in a row by Nationals pitching. And we head to the top of the 7th. It's 9-2 Phils. All right, so good stuff. Baseball history not just tweeted out a stat, and I didn't know this. Pitchers with the most no-hitters broken after the 7th inning. Tied for 4th was Dean Chance, Tom Seaver, and Roger Clemens with 7. In 3rd, you got Don Sutton with 8. In 2nd, it's Randy Johnson with 11. And in 1st, it's Nolan Ryan with 24. 24 no-hitters broken after the 7th inning. Can you imagine that? That shows dominance right there. If you're a pitcher and you have 24 no-hitters through 6 innings of work, you're probably going to the Hall. We're getting Wawa down here. Oh, that's great. Nice. That's cool, Kevin. Gotta have my Wawa. So now it's Orion Kirkering who's going to come on in. AJP says I need him to score more. You're asking for too much. Top of the 7th. And the next pitch, and that's taken at the knees for a strike. So Orion Kirkering is going to come on in to pitch for Zack Wheeler. His day is done. He went 6 innings and just allowed 3 hits. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be now a 1-1 count. One pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Turner has it. Shuffles his feet. Throws sidearm over to first. And there's 1 out. So that was Luis Garcia Jr. who grounded out. And Keibert Ruiz is going to come on up to the plate. Orioles have a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th against the Boston Red Sox. This game is just under 2 hours old. Pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Keibert did have a home run. That was off of Zack Wheeler. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Wheeler ended the day with 6 strikeouts, as I mentioned before. And that's 6 innings of work, 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, and no walks. 0-2. That's high and outside for a ball. Orion just pitched 1 time against the Nationals this season and allowed 1 earned run on 2 hits with a strikeout. Next pitch, and that's fouled away once again. The 1-2. Chopped foul. Phillies are 6.5 games above the Atlanta Braves and are 8.5 above the New York Mets. They scored all 9 of their runs through the 4 innings. The 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is gone. Keibert Ruiz with a multi-homer game. And that's home run number 11 by Keibert Ruiz, and that's the first multi-homer game of his career. So he homered back in the 5th and has homered in the 7th as well. So it's now 9-3 on a home run out to right. Wow, he crushed that thing too. Now it's Alex Call who takes a fastball right down the middle. So that's only the 2nd homer allowed by Orion Kirkering throughout his career. And the pitch, line drive it over the head of the shortstop Trey Turner, out to left field for a base hit, and Alex Call just continues to rack up hits for the Washington Nationals. Didn't have a hit today, and, well, if you're going to have him get on base, I guess a single is better than a double. Phillies put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st and a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm and a solo homer followed up by Nick Castellanos. Back-to-back jacks. The pitch, and that's taken for strike 1 to Tenya. Phillies would then get 5 more runs and send 11 men up to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. The next pitch, and that's low for a ball. You got an RBI single after a triple was hit by Wes Wilson. The RBI single came by Johan Rojas. Then you had a 2-run double hit by Trey Turner, an RBI single by Bryce Harper, as the next pitch is going to be lofted over towards left field, but it's hooking foul and goes in a play. And then you had an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. So Castellanos, Harper, and Rojas each had an RBI single in the bottom of the fourth, and then Trey Turner had a 2-run double. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 15 more of you should sub, and let's get us to 3850. Come on, man. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and Orion Kirkering able to get his first strikeout of the evening, and that's the second out of the seventh. Comes Jacob Young, and he takes low and away. Taking a look at the scores, the only other two games that we have going on right now, you got the Twins and the Rangers. They're in the top of the second. It's 2-2 out in Arlington. Next pitch, and that's inside for ball 2. Orioles also lead 5-1 against the Boston Red Sox. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. That's what we do on here, man. Try to give you the best sort of play-by-play commentary that we can. 2-0, and that is on the outside edge for strike one. May not do the best job, but we try to keep it professional, but also try to make it interactive as well. 2-1 pitch, bouncer and ball, hit over to third base. Bohm has it. Sidearm throw over to first is in time, and Young is retired after making a ridiculous catch out in center field and scoring on a single. His last time up. Well, we head to the bottom of the seventh. It's 9-3 Phils. All right. So it is time for your Philadelphia Phillies trivia question of the day. And, of course, this trivia question is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're looking to purchase or refinance a primary residence, a second home, or investment property in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, reach out to my guy, Ethan. He was one of my basketball coaches, and he's been an incredible mentor for me from a personal and professional standpoint. He has over 20 years of experience and is dedicated to making your mortgage process smooth and stress-free, and will find the best mortgage solutions tailored to your needs. For personalized services, call Ethan today at 609-230-5558, and make sure that you tell him that I said hello. All right, so here we go. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, so today's Phillies trivia question is this. Let's do this one. How about we do one of these? Which former Phillies manager is quoted as saying, "You can't lead anyone else further than you have gone yourself"? Which former Phillies manager is quoted as saying, "You can't lead anyone else further than you have gone yourself"? That's what I want to know. Anybody know the answer? Bryson Stott's coming up to bat. And the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Charlie Manuel. Incorrect. Larry Boa. Also incorrect. Rainey is going to pitch. The 0-1 pitch popped up and hit out over towards the left field. And under it to make the catch is Wood for out number 1. Fergosi. Incorrect. Dallas Green. Gene Malk. Got it. Correct. Good job. Good job. Do you remember when he said that? Pitch to Wes Wilson, fly ball, hit out over to right field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone! And the Phillies are in double figures as Wes Wilson puts them up 10-3. So Wes Wilson got a triple his last time up and ends up leaving the yard this time. What a day by Wes Wilson. Also had an infield single, too, so he needs a double to get the cycle. And the pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Yohan Rojas up to bat. He's 1 for 3 today. And the next pitch, and that's up high for ball 2. Rojas had an RBI single earlier today. And the 2-0 pitch, and that's taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. The next pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Anybody remember who the last Philly to get the cycle was? Anybody remember that? Dude, there's 9 hits and 7 for 9 have been for RBIs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Wilson is outside and in the dirt. Anybody remember who the last Philly to get the cycle was? Anybody? Tanner Banks is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 3-2. That's popped up, hit out over towards third base side, and Abrams gets under it, and he will squeeze it for out number 2. JT, wasn't it? That is correct. Good job. Just trying to keep you on your toes, man. It was not David Bell. It was JT Realmuto. He did it last year. But then it was David Bell before that. For a while, it was David Bell. Cubs Kyle Schwarber up to bat. 2 gone, bottom of the 7th. And the pitch to Schwarber is on the inside corner for a strike. We'll get back to my trivia question. G-Malk is correct, though. The ball is 1 strike. And the next pitch is inside for a ball. Good job. Do you remember I'm not going to ask you that. Yeah, he had the cycle. JT had the cycle. It was against the Diamondbacks last year. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did Schwarber go? And the third base umpire says yes, he did. Trey Turner has 2 or 3. Didn't Hayes also have 1 with the O's last year? He did, but he wasn't the last Philly to do it. But yes, that is correct. 1-2 pitch. And that's low and inside for ball 2. That was last year, Jane. That was on the road in Arizona last year in June when he hit the cycle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the next pitch, and he'll barrel that foul. And one of the cycles that he had, by the way, KGB, was on his birthday. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber, and he fouls it back towards the screen. Tinder, I'm not going to use you right now. I'm in the middle of calling a game. Can't you see? Bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead at 10-3. And the next one is way up high and outside for ball 3. The count is full to Kyle Schwarber. And the payoff pitch. There's a line drive foul ball towards the backstop of the first base side and a good scoop up by the ball girl out in right field. Charge! Tell them, JJ. I mean, Hinge was also hitting me up too, and I'm like, nah, man, I can't swipe now. I'm in the middle of trying to figure out if I should swipe right on the Phillies if they should win tonight. That was bad. Next pitch, and that's low and inside for ball 4, and Kyle Schwarber gets on with a walk. Sometimes you just have to ruin the moments, JJ. Come on. Come on, my guy. Now it's Trey Turner. Speaking of the devil, got on with an infield single his first time up, then struck out swinging, and then had a 2-run double and flied out to left. And the pitch to Trey. Line drive through the hole into right field for a base hit, and Kyle Schwarber will stop over at second, and Bryce Harper is coming up to bat. Trey Turner with a 3-hit game. And now it's Bryce Harper who's coming up. That's the 14th hit by Philadelphia today. Charge! And Dave Martinez is going to go out there and we're going to have a pitching change. So that's going to be it for Rainey. So after Salazar came in for Mitchell Parker, then it was Rainey. Now we have another pitching change. So I'm going to ask this again. I asked which former Phillies manager is quoted as saying, "You can't lead anyone else further than you have gone yourself." And Gene Malk was the right answer. But do y'all remember when he said that? I don't remember when he said that. I don't even remember when he said that. 1964. 1964 is correct. I just forget. I forget like what the whole thing was as to like why he said that. Not that old, says Kevin. Well, 1964. Hate to tell you, it was a while ago. It was actually 1960. Yeah, it was 1964. That was after the Phillies collapse. That's what it was. It was after the Phillies collapse. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Orlando Ribalta is going to come on in to pitch. This will be his second outing, and he has to face a very tough customer, and that's Bryce Harper. So let's see if Harper can come through here. Runners at first and second, and the pitch to Bryce, and he was trying to look the swing for the fences that time, but was early on the changeup at 84 miles per hour. Correct. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch to Harper is low for a ball. Bryce is 2 for 3 today and has gotten on base 3 times. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Harper, and he fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and the next pitch is outside and high for ball 2. Who played in the highest scoring game in MLB history, JJ? The Phillies and the Cubs. It was 23-22 back in 1979. I'm getting better with my Phillies history. 2-2 pitch to Harper. Fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that's going to be dropped by the center fielder, Young. And Schwarber will come in to score. Harper will jog over to second, and that's an RBI base hit by Bryce. For now. I mean, Young did a bad job at reading it. He was sort of running in, and at the last second, he sort of was like, whoop, let me go back a couple of steps. And it just went in and out of the glove, and the Phillies lead it 11-3. Let's see what they ruled that as. Wow. And now it's Bohm who's up to bat. And the pitch, swing and a miss. So how do they roll that? I don't know. The ball is 1 strike to Alec Bohm. And the next pitch is going to hit Bohm right on the tush. And bases loaded for Philadelphia once again. The Phillies have sent at least 8 men up to the plate 3 times today. And now it's Castellanos coming up. Castellanos batting .310 with the bases juiced. And the first pitch swung on and missed. So Bohm's over at first, Harper's at second, and over at third base is Turner. They're still stuck on Harper batting. Casty's 2 for 4. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball hit over to third. The flip over to second is in time. It is a 5-4 fielder's choice. That's what ends the inning. However, the Phillies do get a couple more runs on a solo shot by Wes Wilson. And for now, an RBI double by Bryce Harper. And we head to the top of the 8th. It's 11-3 Phils. So a fielder's choice. They've sent 8 men up in an inning at least 3 times today. At least 8 men up to the plate. That has not happened in quite some time. Yes, that May 1979 game was quite a spectacle. This team is quite a spectacle. 289 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget, if you want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to hit the super chat button. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. And any contribution is a plus, for sure. Did Mike leave? I haven't seen Mike on in a while. I remember he was on earlier, and he said that the Phillies were going to lose today. I wonder how he feels about that now. So Wes Wilson will be batting in the bottom of the 8th, and he could get the cycle. If anybody does care about that, he's on cycle watch. Phillies are up 11-3. John Clark says, will they outscore the Eagles tonight? That's funny. That's very funny. So did we get any confirmation on whether or not that was a base hit by Bryce Harper? I am kind of curious. They said that, no, it was an error. So that's an E8. So Harper got on with an E8. But regardless, that was the 4th time he went on today. He got on today. Cal Stevenson is going to come on in defensively in the outfield for the Phils. Looks like he's going to play right field for Nick Castellanos. And now Tanner Banks is going to be pitching for the Phils. Comes on for Orion Kirkerink. And Abrams comes up, and they'll slice this one out over to left field. Wilson is there, and he'll make the catch right over towards the line. Every single Phillies hitter has gotten on base with a base hit, except for JT. But everybody has gotten on base at least one time. 7 of the 9 hitters for the Phillies have scored a run. The 1-0 pitch that is taken on the inside corner for strike one. 145 likes. Let's get to 255 more. And 12 more subs till we get to 3850. Guys, we are so close to getting 4,000. I want us to get there before the end of the month. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field. Cal Stevenson's there, and I'll make the catch. Remember, he just came on for Nick Castellanos. Where's Brian Pumper at? Haven't seen him. Where is he at? Has anybody seen him? Anybody? So 2 outs now. And the pitch is taken for a strike. A 1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be tailed out over to right field and drop in for a base hit. So James Wood finally able to break the ice and get on with a single. A 2-out single. Had an RBI ground out his last time up. LMAO, where is Brian at? I was thinking the same thing just now. He popped on very early and then vanished. Poof. Poof. The pitch, and that's taken inside. And I love my boy, Brian. I do. He's pumping iron. We love you, Brian. Shout out to you. We just like making fun of you because usually when you come on, it's mostly negative stuff. Pitch on the way, and that's a little flare that's hit over the head of Bryson Stott out over to center field, and it takes about 2 bounces in front of Johan Rojas. And there's back-to-back base hits by the Nats as Andres Chaparro is able to get on with a single. Nationals do have 7 hits today, or 6 hits. And now it's Luis Garcia Jr. who takes it way inside for a ball. Tanner Banks, by the way, who's pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, so far has gone 2/3 in this 8th inning. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, back over towards the middle. It's backhanded by Stott. Flip back over to Turner is in time, and the inning comes to an end. So, Tanner Banks gets the first 2 outs, then allows 2 singles, but then is able to get out of the inning with a fielder's choice ground out, hit by Luis Garcia Jr. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies will send Realmuto, Stott, and Wes Wilson up to the plate. Wilson is on cycle watch. He just needs a double to complete the cycle. Can he do it? That's the question. Let's see. Should we? Well, we're going to end this one here. So 61% of you, I'm going to take a screenshot of this or a picture of this right now. And now we're going to do our next poll question. Maybe I'm his therapist, says Jane. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. All right, so now I'm going to start a poll question. Will Wes Wilson get the cycle? Will Wes Wilson get the cycle? We better buy some Wilson tennis balls tomorrow. If he does. Wes needs a double. We and Wes need a double. That's funny. Come on, Wes. Get that double, my boy. Get your daily double. Kevin says maybe. I don't like the enthusiasm, Kevin. I don't like it. Is he going to get the cycle? Yes or no? Comment down below. JT's coming up to bat. Bottom of the 8th, 11-3 Phils. And the pitch. And that's a fastball or a changeup, excuse me, taken right down the pipe for strike one. JT is 0 for 3. He walked back in the first. I hope JT gets on with a hit. And the 0-1, line drive into left field, and every single Philly has a base hit today, including JT, as he gets on with a leadoff single. There you go. So JT was the only guy that didn't bat in the bottom of the 7th, and he leads off the 8th with a single. I agree, John. At this point, you have a big enough lead. I agree. Stott's coming up now. And the man of the hour is in the on-deck circle. Sosa is actually going to pinch hit for Stott here in the first pitch. Is swung on and missed. Sosa with a .270 average, 6 homers, and 26 RBI. And the next pitch, and that is fouled back towards the screen. Rabalta still pitching for the Nationals. The ball is 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa. Orlando Rabalta gets set the letters, kicks and fires, swung on and missed. And Edmundo Sosa strikes out. And Wes Wilson is coming up to bat. Here we go. Wes has struck out swinging. He then tripled and singled in the 4th. And then in an opposite field home run his last time up. And needs a double. He's also scored 2 runs today. First pitch on the way, and he fouls it back towards the screen. Let's go, baby! Charge! The ball is 1 strike. Rabalta gets set above the letters in the 0-1 pitch, and that nearly hit Wes. That was way up high and way inside. Come on, this guy's on cycle watch. Come on. We don't need to hit him. Phillies have had 9 cycles in their history. The 1-1 fly ball hit out to left field, and it is a foul ball. You can't hit our guy. Come on, man. One ball, 2 strikes. Wilson on cycle alert. He needs a double. The pitch to Wilson. Ground ball, foul ball towards the third base dugout. We got 289 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to donate. The 1-2 to Wilson. That's in the dirt for ball 2. And it's a 2-2 count now. West takes a very quick, deep breath, gets out of the box, and now steps back in. Ribalta gets set at the letters. And the 2-2 to Wes Wilson. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Wilson's going to go over to second, and the 10th cycle in Phillies history belongs to Wes Wilson. He got it. A standing ovation for Wes Wilson. And the 10th cycle in Philadelphia Phillies history goes to Wes. And now it's Johan Rojas who comes up to bat. Oh, I gotta cut that. The 0-1 pitch to Rojas, and he takes it for strike 2. It was literally dropped by the right fielder on a diving attempt. It was Alex Call who almost made a ridiculous catch, and it just deflected off of his glove. And the 0-2 to Rojas, fly ball hit out over to left field, and that's going to go over the head of Wood. 2 runs will score. Rojas will dive into second base, and the Phillies explode again. More party time at Citizens Bank Park. Let's go. A party at the bank. Let's see if Rojas was out at second. How about that? All right, 13-3. And Rojas was out at second base trying to extend a single into a double. They reviewed it, and he was out. And now Kyle Schwarber's up to bat. The 0-1 pitch, and that is outside for a ball. Wilson also scored his 3rd run of the game. The 1-1 swing and a foul ball. I got a lot to cut. The 1-2 to Schwarber. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and that is going to be caught by Wood. But the damage is done. The Phillies get a 2-run single by Johan Rojas. And Wes Wilson completes the cycle. And the Phillies lead it 13-3 as we go to the top of the 9th. Let's go, baby. That cycle call was awesome. I gotta cut that. The 10th cycle in Phillies history belongs to Wes Wilson. Got a lot to cut. That's a great problem to have. And I think I already cut a couple while I was doing this, so that's good. Good stuff. Stop by from an Eagles game, and the Phillies have probably more runs than the Eagles do. 13-3. A double by Wes Wilson. And he completed the cycle, the 10th one in Phillies history. Phillies got a 3-run homer by Alec Bohm in the bottom of the 1st. Then Nick Castellanos went back-to-back with him to make it 4-0. Zack Wheeler started this game, by the way. Phillies would then get 5 more runs in the bottom of the 4th on a 2-run double by Trey Turner. An RBI single by Johan Rojas, a triple by Wilson, and also an RBI single by Nick Castellanos as well, and an RBI single by Bryce Harper. And that made it 9-0. The Nationals would then get 3 runs back. But then it was the bottom of the 7th where Wes Wilson hit a solo homer And then after that, Bryce Harper got on with an E8 and was able to help Kyle Schwarber score. And then in the bottom of the 8th, the Phillies got 2 more runs back. And it's 13-3 as we head to the top of the 9th. Pretty crazy stuff. Rojas ended up hitting a 2-run single to make it 13-3. Of all people, Wes Wilson. I know. Top of the 9th. And on the pitch is Lazar. Brandon Marsh is going to go out there to play left field. Larry's probably like, wow, what's going on? The 1-0 pitch, and that's taken in the dirt for ball 2. How do you get 13 in football? A touchdown, a field goal. A touchdown and 2 field goals and an extra point. 7 + 3 + 3. 2-0 pitch. Wide and high for a ball. So Wes Wilson's night is done. What a day for the Phils. Three-0 pitch, and that's taken for a strike. So the guy that's pitching is Max Lazar from Coral Springs, Florida. He does have 3 strikeouts on the season. He's gone 2 innings, 2 1/3. 3-1 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over to right field, and Keibert Ruiz is going to fly out over to right center as Rojas is there to make the catch. And there's 1 away. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. And you're more than welcome to donate to the channel as well. Keibert Ruiz also had a multi-homer game for the Nationals, if anybody was remembering that. The pitch on the way. That is taken for a strike. So 1 out in the top of the 9th. And the next one is taken just a little bit high for a ball. One ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch. And that is popped up, and it's hooking foul and out of play. Alex Call is up to bat. One-two pitch. That's way inside for ball 2. I'll bet you MLB won't even post a video about Wes Wilson's cycle. Well, they got 13 runs, so something's probably going to have to not make the cut. 2-2 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards the first base side, and it'll be caught by Edmundo Sosa. Wes Wilson is over at first base, by the way. It did not show that originally. And he came in for Bryce Harper, so 2 up, 2 down. And it's all up to Jose Tena. The pitch. That was high, but it's called a strike. The ball is 1 strike. Lazar kicks and delivers. That's high for a ball. Larry, you still watching? 1-1 pitch. That is taken for strike 2. And just like that, the Nationals are down to their final strike. 1-2 pitch. High for ball 2. The Phillies broke ESPN's Gamecast. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Chopper, it's a foul ball, though, and it's hit over towards Miguel Cairo. Or Geraldo Parra, excuse me. Who's the first base coach. And it's a foul ball. Lazar with pitch number 16 as he gets set at the letters, kicks, and delivers. And there's a line drive, base hit into left field, and the game continues. So a 2-out opposite field single, and Tenya trying to buy some time. Shane says, I selfishly wish we could still go to bat to see how many more runs we could get. Are you happy I didn't do the Eagles game tonight? 2 outs and a runner on over at first and the pitch, and that is low for a ball. It was a cutter. Jacob Young did single in the 6th. He made a ridiculous catch and also made an error after that ridiculous catch. The 1-0 pitch, and that's taken for a strike over on the outside corner. Up next is Abrams. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch, strike 2 at the knees, and the Nationals for the second time are down to their final strike once again. 10 more subs so we get to 38:50. Crowd standing on their feet, rally towels waving. Broadcasters standing with broadcasters in the stands at Citizens Bank Park. The 1-2 pitch to Young. Swung on, grounded, over to third base. Bohm has it, flips it over to second, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies win by 10 runs and win by a final score of 13-3. And Wes Wilson gets the cycle. A lot of great things happened in this game, and we'll talk more about it in just a little bit. But first, ringing that bell, Philadelphia wins. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Woo! It's great. Wow. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Wow. Great. Wow. Oh, a lot to recap here. I'm sorry if you're not smiling after a game like today. I don't know what you just watched. This was the game where you gotta just smile, because this was a stress-free ball game, and the Phillies did everything correct in this game. Continue to go the opposite way. Put up strong at-bats, and it was all started from Trey Turner, out of all people, getting on with an infield single and hustling out on a play. Harper then yanked one to right, gets on with a single, and then Bohm and Castellanos go back-to-back. The game was over in the first inning. We all knew. We all knew that the Phillies were not going to lose this game after that first inning that they had. Bryce Harper's hustle today, going from first to second after extending a single into a double, tells me that this team is back now. He also went over to third on a ground ball hit over to third base And you would have never thought that Harper would have advanced over to third, and he did. Wes Wilson gets the cycle. Good for the kid. He just got a whole bucket of Gatorade thrown on him, and Brandon Marsh and Johan Rojas just hugged him. This was the type of win that the Phillies needed in order for them to officially get me back in. I'm bought back in now. I still would love to see more tomorrow and throughout the rest of this weekend, but I'm just saying that this was a very, very positive sign for the Phils, man. Just incredible. MVP of the game, Wes Wilson. Let's go. Let's go. Wes Wilson. It's good stuff. Yeah. A very good overall game, for sure. Zack Wheeler got another win in the books. Pitched pretty well today. Didn't have the best stuff, but he did what he had to do. I don't think that he had the best performance, but he pitched pretty well. I'm being a little bit nitpicky there. He did. He pitched pretty well. I wish that the bullpen would do a little bit better, but that's not the biggest takeaway from tonight. That is something, though, to sort of keep your eye out on. So, but yeah, my MVP tonight is Wes Wilson, even though I got to say Alec Bohm did a very good job, too. Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, JT put up some good at-bats, and then Bryson Stott had a couple of nice at-bats. Everybody today had a good at-bat. Everybody today had a good at-bat. Everybody. What's not going to make the highlight cuts on MLB Network? I don't know. Probably not the 2-run single by Johan Rojas, even though I thought that was big for him. But Wes, congratulations to him. Harper looks to continue to rake the baseball, and he's doing a good job. Kyle Schwarber didn't even have the best game today, and he didn't even have to. Trey Turner went 3 for 5. Trey Turner, I didn't even think that Trey should have even played today. And he went 3 for 5. 2 runs scored, 2 RBI. How about that drag bump by Bryson Stott, by the way? That was executed perfectly. This team did everything right, and it's all smiles from this game. If you're not smiling after a game like today, even when the Phillies were playing so pathetic, got to treat it on both sides of the diamond, you know? You do. I'm very impressed, and I'm very happy with this win. They deserve to have a great rest of their night, but they better be back tomorrow. They better be back tomorrow. That's all I got to say. So Zack Wheeler gets the win. Mitchell Parker does get the loss. And it was a good overall day. I want to hear thoughts from y'all down below. Good going, JJ, says Larry. I have to sleep, but I can't right now, says Serena. Are we back? Are we back in on this team yet? Are we back? Yes or no? Are we back? Yes or no? Comment down below. Even with this team winning, what are you most concerned with? I can't get there tonight because this team just did something that was really historic. I have to be honest with you. I can't go there tonight. This was a historical game, right? And while we've experienced so much losing, let's embrace the win right now. Tomorrow, I'd be happy to answer that question. I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to diss you or anything like that. I just my mind can't get there right now. Yes, says Colin. Let's keep the streak going, says John. I agree. One more and we're on a winning streak. Yeah, historical is a good game. 7 games up on Atlanta, so good, and 8 games above the Mets. That meeting did something huge, says Snooter Prod. Maybe it did. You're right. Yeah, I'm proud of this team. I'm very proud. And tomorrow they better come out strong tomorrow. I expect that. I expect them to come out strong again. I'm literally going to tell them to just do it again. Do it again. Maybe not put up 13 runs, but this was a ridiculous offensive performance today. Do you think after tonight, do you think that this slump is over? Well, it's not after tonight. It carried from last night into tonight. So maybe, I don't know. I can't really answer that right now either. Maybe. Wes Wilson got the cycle. I just can't believe that, man. Wes Wilson got the cycle. Good for him. Dude, Wilson had his first home run on Michael Lorenzen's no-hitter day. And then 1 year, 5 days after that, 1 year, 6 days after that, gets his first cycle. Thank you. It's great. All right. I want to hear the rest of this Eagles game. JJ, you can't wear your hat anymore, man. Did you notice did you notice I wasn't wearing the hat today or yesterday? Why do you think I didn't wear the hat today, guys? First of all, the cut looks great. And second of all, I can't do that. Yeah. Cool stuff. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty content after this game. This is just a content feeling, you know? Just all smiles. Needed this. Absolutely needed this. Nobody, Michael Lorenzen has a no-hitter. Nobody, Wes Wilson hits for the cycle. The Phillies, baby. It's great. Don't forget Nick Castellanos on that same day, too, with 2 home runs. So, wow. Anybody else? Hair looks great. Thanks. I got it cut yesterday. Wes Wilson is the first player to hit for the cycle in a game during which he played in both the infield and the outfield. The last person to do that was Michael Kadire, who did it on August 17th of 2014. The pair joined Mike Keegan. This is according to Ryan Spader, by the way. Mike Keegan, who did so on September 3rd of 1976, as the only 3 in history to do so. And also, Ryan also tweeted out before that 17 minutes ago, it was just the 8th time in Wes's career that he has gone up to the plate 4 times. Crazy. Good stuff. All right, I think I'm done. 69% of you said yes. 31% of you that were wrong. Guess what? You owe me some money tomorrow. Just kidding. No, you don't. You don't. I just had to mess with y'all. All right, I'm done. Party in the clubhouse. Yep, I better hear music in the locker room after tonight. I better see some smiles on Rob's face, too. All right, I love you all to death. I will be back on tomorrow night. 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time is when the Phillies game will be played. And I will catch you all on the next one. Lila Tov, everybody. Lila Tov. Good night. Go Phils.